So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD and I have a very exciting video for you guys today, as a small discovery has been made in Blood of the Dead which helps tell some more of the backstory to our four mobsters after the events of Mob of the Dead. As we know, Blood of the Dead takes place after Mob of the Dead, where we know our prisoners from the original as well as various other prisoners who have been captured over time have been stuck in this eternal purgatory until we finally rid the purgatory world of all the evil keeping them in that dimension, allowing them to roam freely. And this new piece of Mob of the Dead story comes thanks to RichKiller, who has solved not one, not two, but 3 of the ADF GX ciphers hidden within Mob of the Dead. Now, RichKiller was also the person that very recently solved the ADF GX cipher on the mob loading screen. So again, massive shout out to him. His discoveries just keep blowing the zombies community's mind, and we all thank you so much for your service. Now, all 3 of these new storyline messages come from the mobster SAL De Luca, who we've probably heard of the most and seen the most reference to since Mob of the Dead, as we saw parts in Shadows of Evil, for example. But these are all Sal's confessions, which are really interesting and show a side to him that we never got to see in the original Mob, which takes place after he has murdered Albert Arlington. The first one reads, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I took the life of an innocent man, a profoundly stupid man, but yeah, an innocent one. Weasel Albert Arlington. I ain't sure what he was thinking when he sent us on that goose chase, but that didn't mean he had to die. We didn't have to kill him. I know now that you must have sent him to test me, oh Lord, and I failed my last chance at redemption. I don't know if my confession will make a difference or if anyone will ever hear it, but it feels right to get it out there with the utmost humility. I pray you hear the contrition of myself and my associates and have mercy on our immortal souls. Amen." So this has come at a point in time where he is continuously living out this purgatory for killing the Weasel, and he feels guilty and he feels sorry and he wishes that he didn't do it. He realizes that yes, while Al was a profoundly stupid and insane person for the ideas that he had to try and escape, he and the others didn't have to kill him at all, and he thinks that the Lord himself has sent him as a test to see if he can keep himself from failing his last chance at an actual proper release. He knows speaking this prayer will make no difference, but he feels that he is at his most human at this point, and he is genuinely deeply in regret for the actions that he's done. This is the first time since Mob of the Dead's release that we've actually ever heard any of the characters show remorse and guilt for what they did to the Weasel, which is pretty insane. But wait, because there is more. The next message reads as follows. "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my second mortal confession. My first big score was a shipment of Irish whiskey jacked from a few goons at the North Slip. Nobody got killed thanks to you, but I shot one through the knee. Yeah, the guy was a crook, but he didn't deserve to limp around for the rest of his life. That didn't matter to me then. I saw what I wanted and did what I had to do to take it. Told myself it was fair, even natural, the strong surviving and all that malarkey. Now I know that wasn't the way. Oh Lord, I wish I would have seen that then, but it only got worse from there." So not only is Sal apologizing and feeling incredibly guilty for murdering Al, but he's now feeling even guilty for the things that he'd done before he ended up killing Al. He regrets absolutely everything he's done in his criminal life because he realizes that it's all brought him down to this, and that he wished he could have seen the future, so to realize what a mistake he would be making by doing this. But of course, as we know, he got locked up in Alcatraz and the warden kept them there for an eternal purgatory until we released them. But there's still one more message, which goes even further back into the backstory of SAL De Luca. And as we know from his backgrounds in Mob of the Dead, he was heavily involved in gambling, prostitution, and the distribution of alcohol, and used the money he gained from this to set up his own mob. His mob was active since at least 1922 and partook in turf wars, evidenced by one of the quotes he mentions within Mob. And his final message, he again is confessing a sin which he has committed. "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I coveted another man's girl, his business, and eventually took his life. I destroyed him, O Lord, and celebrated doing it. Guy's name? Giuseppe Aroni. Real big shot. Bootlegger in the north side, not a bigger shot than me. I put him on his knees and put 2 in his skull. If that wasn't enough, I let that mook Jimmy Alessi take the heat for it. They killed him too, and the one after that, and the one after that. I started a war, oh lord, and I got rich off it. The killing didn't stop there. Eva just got real good at getting others to do it for me. Salvador De Luca. Just like I said before reading that cipher, we know that he used the money he gained from gambling, prostitution, and distribution of alcohol to set up his own mob, and this is him describing exactly what the mob did. Went ahead and killed people, and more people, and more people, and he got rich off doing it. So much so that it was making a really good living by having other people do his dirty work for him. So he didn't instinctively feel this guilt for killing so many people because it wasn't physically him doing it. But after realizing how many people have died at the hands of him, and also after the murder of Weasel on the roof of Alcatraz, he knows that his entire life is going to be in this purgatory hell. And the only way that he feels he can have some sort of redemption is to confess his sins to anyone that could be listening. And to me, these are really, really powerful cipher messages here. Things that we probably never would have seen if Blood of the Dead never happened, and I'm really excited that it did. And there are a ton more ciphers still to be solved on the map. Just like in the fashion of Black Ops 3 Zombies, each map had a bunch of cipher rips which would eventually form one massive image containing a huge cipher message, and that is still yet to be found on Blood of the Dead. But RichKiller has said and come out saying that he is going to try his very best to try and solve that one as soon as he gets images of all of the scraps of paper. If you want to see the workings on behind how RichKiller solved these 3 ciphers on Blood of the Dead, then I'll leave a link down below in the description to a thread where he shows you the plain text of all 3 of these as well as how he solved it. It seems whatever ADFGX cipher Treyarch throw at us, RichKiller is always going to be the one that's going to crack them. He just seems to be a very consistent cipher cracker, and I'm sure he's going to solve some more between now and the end of Black Ops 4. So definitely check him out. I'll throw a link down below to his Twitter as well. But if you enjoyed this video and a little look into Salvador De Luca that we didn't know before, I'd really appreciate you letting me know your thoughts on it down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave it a like rating as well. But thank you for watching. Make sure you check out my previous 2 uploads on your screen now, including a theory on why Primus Richtofen's death in Blood of the Dead was a trick by Treyarch to fool all of us, and Primus Richtofen is actually still alive, as well as a full Blood of the Dead storyline explanation. But thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.